walked out the front gate on a California day. The mountains were indifferent and the sun didn't say. I had $38 and the clothes on my back and 1,000 miles of distance on a one-man track. I hitched through the valley with a trucker named Lou. He said he'd done time once and he knew what I knew. Said the hardest part of freedom is the first winter night, when the dark presses in and there ain't enough light. The long walk home from Folsom don't end at the gate. It walks through every room you ruined, every year running late. It walks past every face you wronged and every word you broke. The long walk home from Folsom is the longest road I've known. I stood on my sister's porch in Amarillo at dusk, the whole door before me with its peeling and its rust. She opened up before I knocked, like she'd been standing there, and she said, just come in. There's no need for prayer. We sat at her table in the dying evening light, but she told me all the small things from the years of my night. The children and the weddings and the funerals and more, all the ordinary living that I'd missed behind that door. The long walk home from Folsom finally ended that night in a kitchen full of nothing special and my sister's warm light. I can't walk back the years lost and I can't outrun what I broke, but I'm home, God, I'm finally home, and that's not a joke. Lord, I'm home, I'm finally home, and I'll spend the rest making it whole. He showed up in our town with a suitcase and a scar. Said his name was Elwood and he'd traveled far. Took a room at the boarding house on Whitfield Street and worked the feed mill 6 days in the summer heat. Nobody knew his history and nobody really pried. but you could see something heavy living somewhere inside. He prayed out loud on Sundays in the pew at the back, and he always helped the elderly man carry his sack. The man from Meridian with the suitcase and the scar showed us what a changed man looks like from afar. He didn't talk of mercy, and he didn't talk of sin. He just let his living be his testimony in the end. A woman at the church said she recognized his face from a newspaper account of a terrible old case. But the man she saw today was not the man she'd read, and she folded up that knowledge and she put it to bed. Elwood lived in our town for 11 years or more. Left a carved wooden bench outside the general store. His marker at the cemetery just says Elwood friend, and we didn't need to know his story to mourn his end. A band from Meridian with the suitcase and the scar showed us that a man ain't only what his worst days are. He didn't talk of mercy, and he didn't talk of sin. He just let his living be his testimony in the end. He just let his quiet, decent living be his testimony in the end. She waited every autumn for a man who didn't come. Sat beside the window with a lantern going dim. He'd left for the oil fields on a Tuesday in the heat. Sent money through November, then the letters all ceased. She raised their daughter in the house beside the hill, made quilts and made dinner and kept everything still. The neighbors never asked, and she never volunteered. Just a woman holding on through every absent year. She married the rain when the man wouldn't stay, married the fields and the gray November day. She married the work and the longing and the rust, and she made a life from sorrow and from trust. The daughter left for college, and the daughter had a life. Became a doctor, married, and a mother and a wife. She called her mama every Sunday without fail, and learned the full weight of her mother's untold tale. She found a letter from her daddy in an old cedar chest. Said, I ran from love and cowardice does the rest. She took it to her mama on a quiet Sunday eve. Her mama read it slowly and then folded up her grief. She married the rain when the man wouldn't stay, married the fields and the gray November day. But she raised a daughter with a spine full of her own, and the strongest kind of woman is the one left alone. Lord, the strongest kind of woman is the one who stands alone. She waited every hour for a man who didn't come. She waited every autumn for a man who didn't come. She waited every autumn for a man. She waited every autumn. She waited every autumn for a man who didn't come. She waited every autumn for. She waited every autumn for a man. She waited every autumn. She waited every autumn. She waited every autumn. Clem walked into the hearing room at 9:30. 3 men at a table and a fluorescent shine. He'd spent 22 years being very, very still, learning how to live inside a world of concrete and will. They asked him about the crime, and he answered plain and slow. Said, I was young and reckless, and I reaped what I would sow. Said, I don't ask for pity, and I don't ask to forget. I just asked for a morning I ain't seen from here yet. Ma'am, are you ready to walk out that door? Are you ready for a morning you've been waiting for? 22 years of learning what the rest of us forget, that a life ain't over till the last prayer's been led. The board leaned back and whispered behind their papers and hats, and Clem sat real still, the way only a still man stands. They said you're free to go when the head man raised his pen. And Clem said thank you quietly, and he walked out again. He stood in the parking lot in the raw March air, looked at the sky so long the guard had to stare. He said, I need a minute to just look at all this wide. And he breathed and breathed and breathed with his arms spread open wide. Clem walked out the door on a cold and clear day. 22 years of lessons finally having their say. He ain't asking for the easy, and he ain't asking for more. Just a morning full of sky and an unlocked door. Just a wide open morning and the grace of an unlocked door. There's a road outside of Mangan, made of red dirt and stone. It leads to a farmhouse where I once called home. The paint is peeling from the porch and the steps are all broke, and a for sale sign is swinging in the dead morning smoke. My mother grew tomatoes along that south fence line. My father told his stories underneath the elderberries and vine. We were poor in the way that makes everything feel rich, before the bank came calling and life made it switch. Cold County Road, you don't forget where you started. You carry it forever in the back of the broken-hearted. The house may fall to ruin and the fields may go dry, but the smell of that red dirt never leaves you till you die. I stood at the fence post on a late September day, watched a tractor from another family work the clay. The new man nodded over like he understood the way a piece of land can run inside your blood. I took a handful of the dirt and put it in my coat, and drove away from Mangum with a burn in my throat. Got a jar of that red earth on my windowsill today. It reminds me who I am when I start to drift away. Cold County Road, you don't forget where you started. You carry it forever in the back of the broken-hearted. The house may fall to ruin and the fields may go dry, but the smell of that red dirt grounds me till I die. That jar of red dirt keeps me grounded till I die. My grandfather called it the river of his life, a brown muddy waterway that cut through all the strife. He fished it every morning from the bank near the mill, and came home with just enough to stretch across the bill. He told me once that sorrow was occurring not ashore. Said you don't stand still in it or you drown, nothing more. You got to keep on moving through the pull and cold, and keep your eyes on the far bank where the light takes hold. There's a river called sorrow that runs through every man, and the wisest swim it steady, do the best they can. Don't curse the current and don't fight the flow. Just keep kicking for the far shore, even when it's slow. My grandfather died fishing on a mild November day. The pole was still in the water when they found him where he lay. His face was turned toward the far bank, and his hands was open wide, like he'd finally reached the other shore and just let go of the tide. I go back to that river when the world gets hard and gray. Bring a pole and bring his memory and sit through the day. And I hear him saying, swim it, son, don't drown and don't stall. The far bank's always waiting, and it waits for us all. There's the river called sorrow that runs through every man, and the wisest swim it steady, do the best they can. Don't curse the current and don't fight the flow. Just keep kicking for the far shore, where the good waters go. Just keep kicking for the far shore, grandfather, where the good waters go. They opened up the prison gate at 1:15 the dawn, and I stepped out into April with everything gone. No car, no job, no woman, nothing waiting in line, just the weight of 11 years and a strip of sunshine. There was a van from the mission parked across the street. A man named Brother Joseph said, come on in and eat. He didn't ask me what I'd done, or what I'd left behind. Just pass the biscuits over like I was the regular kind. Grace at gate number 3 on a cold April day. A man with no questions and a table and a tray. I didn't deserve the biscuits and I didn't deserve the sun, but mercy don't keep score of what a broken man has done. Brother Joseph found me work at a building supply. I hauled concrete and lumber underneath an open sky. Every evening back at the mission, I would read and I would pray, learning all the words again for something new to say. It's been 3 years now, and I manage the loading dock floor. I got a room in a boarding house, and I want for nothing more. On Sunday mornings, I go back to that van at gate 3, and I pass the biscuits onward to the ones who look like me. Trace at gate number 3, I know what it cost. It's the giving without asking to the broken and the lost. I didn't deserve the biscuits and I didn't deserve the sun, but now I'm doing the giving and the giving ain't done. Now I'm doing the giving and the mercy ain't done. Some men were made for corners, and some men for the road. I was built for moving on beneath a heavy load. I picked tobacco down in Carolina's heat, and loaded lumber up in Oregon through wind and sleet. I've slept in barns in Texas and in motels in New Mexico. Ate whatever feedlot kitchens had before I'd go. One straight a week in Gallup with a Navajo named Ray. He said his grandfather walked the same road in the same way. The wandering kind don't settle, and the settled don't understand what it's like to need the horizon, like you need a woman's hand. There's something in the blood that pulls a man to the far edge of the earth, and I've been following that pull since before I knew my worth. I came close to stopping once outside of Santa Fe. A woman with dark hair and a laugh that made me stay. We had 6 months of mourning and 6 months of real, but I woke up one Tuesday and I couldn't feel the feel. didn't beg me staying, and she didn't cry or fuss. Just said I always knew there'd come a time like this for us. She handed me my jacket and she kissed me on the cheek, and I walked out into a morning where the sky was cold and bleak. The wandering kind don't settle, and the settled don't understand what it costs to keep on moving, and to lose that woman's hand. There's something in the blood that pulls a man to the far edge of the earth, and I'm still on that road, still trying to find my worth. I'm still out on that road, Lord, still trying to find my worth. We buried the old pickup by a creek bed in the brush. Went down in a Sunday flood without warning or rush. My brother stood there crying while the water went high. Said that truck was the last thing Daddy left us goodbye. Daddy drove that truck from the Rio to the Red, working, harvesting, fencing, till his hands nearly bled. He left it to my brother with the title in my glove, along with a folded note that just said, "This is love." Somewhere below Abilene, the river don't care. It takes what it wants from whoever's standing there. But the thing that the river can't carry on the flood is a man's love for his children, running thick in their blood. My brother never cried much. He was built like hard clay, but he cried at that creek bed on that cold water day. I put my arm on his shoulder and I didn't say much, and we stood there together in the water in a rush. Last spring he bought a truck, old and red and beat. Said it drove like Daddy's and it smelled like the seat. He put the note in the visor where it once used to be, and he drove that truck on Sunday just so Daddy could see. Somewhere below Abilene, the river moves on, but a father's love stays stubborn even after he's gone. The water took the truck, but it couldn't take the grace, and my brother still drives Sunday with a smile on his face. My brother drives on Sunday with his daddy's smile on his face. Billy Ray Cowden passed on Easter Sunday morn, born in the same county where his granddaddy was born. The paper ran 6 lines in the Wednesday afternoon, and by Thursday his name faded like an old afternoon moon. He pumped gas at the corner for 30-some years, knew every car engine and family's fears, fixed a flat for a widow in a thunderstorm free, and never once asked for what it cost him to be. Small town obituary, 6 lines and a date, survived by a sister and a dog by the gate. No great deeds recorded, no mountains ever climbed, just a good man slowly wearing out his time. The church was near full on the morning they buried him out, and the preacher talked a long time without a shadow of doubt. Said Billy Ray Cowden was the backbone of this town. Every time that someone needed him, he never let them down. From the thunderstorm sat in the very first pew, in a coat I recognized from 1982. She held a single flower that she'd pressed against her chest, and she wept like she was burying the very best. Small town obituary, 6 lines and a date, but the people standing weeping stretched from pew to gate. No great deeds recorded, no mountains ever climbed, just a good man who made everything around him shine. Just a quiet, giving man who made everything around him shine.